Hello, it's evening for me now, so good evening. I don't know where you are, but it might be morning, might be afternoon. Either way, from me, a good evening. So I'm Diana. I am a life, mental fitness, relationship, and health coach. And last week, one of my friends, who's also a really good coach, challenged a couple of other friends to do 5 Facebook Lives in 5 days on 5 topics. Now, of course, I accepted that because what's not to like about doing a Facebook Live? So here we go, Anna. Day number 3. And Ipek and Colleen, they joined. So here we go. My topic of today is that you are the accumulated opinions of others. What do I mean with that? Well, the thing is, do you actually know who you are? Have you ever thought about that? Just give it some thought. Where do your thoughts about yourself come from? How do you come to know yourself? Your potential and your personality. Do you have any clue? You probably don't really know who you are. You know who you want to be, but you likely have way more potential than you think you have. You may think that you know who you are, but how did you get to knowing who you are? When it comes to knowing who you are, who told you who you are? Were those your parents, church leaders, school teachers, friends, family members? Those are just some people that have influenced your view of yourself from the moment that you were born. It can be difficult to know who you are when so many different people have been telling you very different things about yourself. That can cause some conflict in your thoughts about yourself. So, with that in mind, it's important to take a step back and look at yourself and your behavior through the eyes of a stranger, as well as you can do that. So, from there on, you can figure out who you really are and what you really stand for. And the best way to find out who you are is to listen to yourself from that perspective. What do you think about yourself through the eyes of a stranger? What makes you happy? What makes you feel fulfilled? So, what makes you tick? Now, there's a little story about myself which got me thinking about this. And I want to share that with you because that made me aware of this whole thing. So, I learned to knit when I was a kid. I was about 6 years old, and my mom taught me. Over time, I learned some different techniques and I found it fun. I learned to crochet and all sorts of other things, but we're talking about knitting right now. I always knew that I didn't like lace knitting, but I couldn't remember ever trying. Or how did I find out I didn't like lace knitting? I never even questioned it. So, some years ago, which was many, many years after learning to knit, I ran into a pattern for a garment that I really liked. Most of the time I could just, go like, I don't like lace knitting, so I'm not even going to think about it. But this time I really liked it. And it was lace knitting. But I knew I didn't like lace knitting, so I figured I'd need to find someone to knit it for me. My mom had gotten a bit older, so she wouldn't be able to do it for me. So I had to look for someone else. So I started looking for someone to commission it to. But then when I asked for prices, I got a bit of a heart attack. So I had this thing, yeah, no, I can't be doing that. So I had to start thinking about something else. So then some umming and ahhing because, I don't like lace knitting. But then I decided, you know what, just suck it up. I'm going to knit it myself. It wasn't too big a project. I could do it. So I started. And then I realized that actually I really liked doing that. It wasn't hard. It was actually really simple and fun. There was nothing about it that I didn't like. But that got me thinking, why did I think I didn't like lace knitting? Where did that come from? Well, I knew my mom told me. And, why would she be wrong? She knew me since I was born. So how could she be wrong? I never questioned it. But since then, I've actually questioned many other things in my life that I thought I did or did not like, thought I did or did not want. And I've gotten to know myself a whole lot better, taking that step back and looking at myself through the eyes of a stranger has been super helpful. It's been really difficult at times as well, but it's been really helpful. And I did learn that many of my opinions about myself were the opinions of others who looked at me from the outside. Were not in my head, were not in my world. But it kind of created some sort of domestication to adjust to the way others saw me. And as a child, that's of course really a good thing to be able to be that flexible and do that. But as an adult, we really don't need that anymore. So, how does this land for you? What do you think about this? How does this feel? What does it make you think? Share that with me. I'm really curious. And for this is the end, and I wish you a very good rest of the day. See you soon. Bye.